Today, I'm going to be taking you through 5 fat loss mistakes that you are making on a low-carb diet. And many of us, we ditch carbohydrates in an effort to lose weight because we hear, try these keto, these low-carb, these carnivore diets. But cutting back on carbohydrates and this important macronutrient could actually backfire and cause weight gain, especially for my woman and even when we are hitting perimenopause. So today, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be breaking down the 5 key fat loss mistakes that you're making on a low-carb diet, how they affect your body in terms of going against fat loss, and what to do to actually get you guys to lose weight, burn fat, and get results fast. And before we go into that, I want to give you a little kind of backstory on low-carb diets because low-carb diets have been a popular weight loss strategy for years. And while many people assume that drastically cutting carbs can lead to weight loss and a reduction in that belly bloating that we're having, carbohydrates are actually essential and our primary source of energy for the body when we're working out, when we're working at a desk to use our memory, our cognition. So while it's beneficial to avoid carbohydrates like sugars and white flours, if we're having fiber-rich, complex carbohydrates such as our fruits, our vegetables, our whole grains, these could actually, and we're going to dive into this, they could support fat loss by giving you the necessary nutrients and the energy for your metabolism. This is key. So we're going to go right into it. The first mistake that you're making on a low-carb diet is going to be insufficient calories. So I would say a good 90% of the clients that come to me are getting around 1,200 calories or less a day and on very low carbohydrates. So when we severely cut our caloric intake, especially in a low carb context, guys, this can lead to it's called a metabolism slowdown, but it's basically your metabolism adapts to those lower calories. And your body might switch to a conservation mode, meaning it's burning fewer calories overall and not really going towards your weight loss efforts. And by not providing enough fuel from a balanced mix of the carbs, the fats, the proteins, you risk not only in a reduced metabolism, but also an increase in your fatigue, lowered motivation to even want to train, make healthy meals, which can get our weight loss goals going down. And since I work with a majority of women, actually over 40, perimenopause, postmenopause, hysterectomy, I want to kind of throw in one more part into this. For women, especially those over 40, we do these extreme intermittent fasting, low carb diets, and not consuming enough calories can actually increase our cortisol levels, which is that stress hormone, which can lead to weight retention, especially in that abdominal area, that stubborn belly fat. And then on top of that, the slowed metabolism, by not burning enough calories, you're just not going to be seeing the results that you want. You're going to end up on low calories with a lot of cravings, no energy to train, and not seeing that muscle definition, feeling the strength in the gym. So that's the first one. The second one that I'm going to go into is going to be excessively low carb. And before I explain this one, just a little science, guys. We have our carbs, fats, and protein. Carbohydrates, for every 1 gram, your body holds on to 3 to 6 grams of water. It does not do that with fats and protein. So when you cut carbs very low, you may feel like you're getting leaner or flushing out that excess water. And then if you add them back in, you may realize that the scale may go up a little bit because of that storage. That's just how the body works. It's not a bad thing. So excessively low carbohydrates. Let's hit it. So over reducing carbohydrates can actually significantly decrease your fiber intake, which is so big for maintaining a healthy digestive system. You know how big I am on our gut health. Fiber also helps aid in weight loss because it gives you that feeling of fullness at a meal. And if we're not getting enough carbohydrates, you may actually miss out on the satiety aspect of that fiber, which prevents overeating. And then on top of that, if we're on these limited diets and these low-calorie diets, we're not getting all of the essential nutrients that can lead to unhealthy snacking, which is not really going to go with our body in terms of weight loss. So my second big one is going to be excessively cutting our carbohydrates low. And our goal fiber is around, for women, 20 to 25 grams a day, men 30 to 35 grams a day. And remember, if we're having probiotics, we need the good fiber to help feed the probiotics, acts as a prebiotic to the gut for that gut diversity. Your gut, your brain, your hormones, your metabolism, that's where you're absorbing and assimilating your nutrients. And if you're not having a daily complete bowel movement, then we may not be getting enough fiber, or we may have an underlying gut issue going on. It's really important to have these daily bowel movements. Now, my third one is going to be total deprivation. Okay, so when we eliminate all of these carbohydrate-rich foods from our diet, it could actually lead, and I want you to let me know if you have this, to cravings, like a literally heightened desire to binge because you created these bad foods. I hate the word bad foods. I hate restriction. I come from a past, I was overweight. I got down to 90 pounds. I did keto, carnivore, vegan, raw vegan, fruitarian. So I've tried everything the right way, the wrong way. I researched everything as well, because I know a lot of people come to me doing it, and we got to get everything regulated. But here is the deal. If we're cutting all the carbohydrates out, we're having more cravings. We're saying that we have bad foods. This could actually impact your mood. It could fluctuate our serotonin levels, which is our happy hormones, and throw off our hormones. And hormones run our body. So eventually, you're on these low carbs, you're getting all these cravings, you end up emotionally eating because we get stressed out because life is stressful, we got work, we got other things going on, and that is totally going to be going opposite of losing weight. That's going to lead to weight gain. So with all of my clients, a part of my challenge is I really teach my clients how to eat for their metabolism. It's not about bad food, not about restriction, rather than how can we create that plate so that you're full, you're satisfied, you're supporting your gut and your hormones without having to make crazy recipes, spend hours on meal prep in the kitchen. I like to make it simple because I work with a lot of busy moms and busy individuals. And if the nutrition aspect isn't easy and you have all of these restrictions, you're not going to have energy to train so that you see the results. It's not going to be sustainable for you, and neither are going to be your results. And before we go into the final two, I saved the best one for last. I need to share a story with you. So I am so excited because this is like being on my YouTube, guys. You guys get the pre-launch of everything. And June 3rd marks my next 90-day transformation challenge where I help women over 40 build muscle, lose fat, restore their gut and hormones, all while eating more food. And I need a better name for it because the truth is I teach my clients everything that used to be a struggle in terms of eating out when traveling, what to eat, when to eat, the foods to eat, training aspects, gut hormones. I teach them everything so that they don't need me after the 12 weeks. On top of that, I get them the results. And one of my clients, she actually came to me. She was on 1,000 calories a day. She had chronic bloating. No matter what diet she tried them all out there. She could not get results. I found out we had an underlying thyroid issue. I worked on supporting that. I taught her everything in terms of the gut, the hormones. In training 3 days a week, guys, she is now, after 12 weeks on my program, down 20 pounds, 8 inches in her waist, eating 1,000 calories, actually more than that, because she's at 2,200 calories now a day. And we're doing steps for our cardio, not 20,000 steps. No, it is sustainable because she is a busy mom of 3 kids and she travels a lot. So it just shows like she was cutting her calories low. She was so stressed out. She was starting to get fear of food. And by finding the balance and teaching her why we're adding these things, how to make this, how we don't need to do it in extremes, her hormones balanced out. She was over 40. She was able to fit it into the lifestyle. And now she is having sustainable results. She's like, Elizabeth, how am I eating 2,200 calories a day? When I started with you, I couldn't even eat 1,000. So if you guys are ready to transform your body and get sustainable results, you're done of yo-yo dieting, I want you to head to the description below on my YouTube or send me the DM ready on Instagram. Let's set up a call to see if we're that perfect fit for my upcoming 90-day transformation. I would love to help you guys reach your goals. I struggled for years and my passion is literally helping people. Now, we're going back at it. The next one is going to be ignoring our body signals. So when we ignore our body signals for carbohydrates, you may experience low energy, poor mood, and even a decrease in your activity levels and an increase in your body's kind of craving for those sugary snacks. So you may realize that you're keeping your water with you at your table. You're not wanting to park, far away and walk into the store. You're making these small changes and you actually end up moving less throughout the day. This is our NEAT, our non-exercise activity thermogenesis. So if you're decreasing your energy expenditure, you're on low calories. On top of that, you're on low carbs, which is your immediate source of energy. You may feel like I don't have the energy to train. I don't feel as strong in the gym. I'm having more cravings. Then you actually start moving throughout the day a lot less. So you're actually like, I can't lose weight. You're increasing your cardio. You're cutting your calories more. And then you're burning less calories throughout the day through our simple things like our movement. I adjust all of these for my clients on our challenge so that we're able to not be doing a lot of cardio, eating more food, moving more throughout the day, and making weight loss sustainable. And I did a whole video on this, and I'm going to link above on my YouTube on non-exercise activity thermogenesis, how to increase your NEAT. And then the very, very, very last one, we're going to go, is going to be, ready for it? Activity mismatch. So here's the deal. When we're not adjusting our carbohydrate intake to match our physical activity levels, you are not going to have the fuel for your workouts. You're going to have less effective exercise sessions. You're going to have slower recovery. So you're going to feel sore more. It's going to be harder to get back to the gym. You're going to have a reduction in that muscle protein synthesis. Your body needs the carbohydrates to spike the insulin and pull the protein into muscle. So all of these are crucial for a healthy metabolism. And when you have a slower metabolism, you're burning fewer calories at rest, and that can impede our weight loss progress. So as you guys can see, there is a good and a bad when it comes to low carb diets. If you like me to do one on my experience with keto diets and carnivore diets, since I did both of those for a few years each, let me know in the comments on my YouTube, and I will do that for you. But my whole point, and I want my women to hear this loud, like literally so loud, because it is over 90% of women that come to me that are on these low calorie and low carb and even low protein diet doing tons of cardio. And it may work for men. Men are different than women. Our hormones are different. We have changes in our estrogen, progesterone. And then when we hit perimenopause, we're losing muscle at a faster rate. So we have to start working as a different. We're not able to, if you see a men thriving on these keto and carnivore or young women doing it, as we get older, our bodies are different. And what used to work in our 20s and 30s does not work anymore. So we have to work a little bit smarter, and everything we got to customize to you to get you to reach goals in a sustainable way. It's not training harder, it's training smarter. And if you need help, 10 people, I'm looking for 10 women over 40, busy lifestyles, tired of it. Head to that description. June 3rd, it starts my next challenge, and I can't wait to hop on a call to see if we're that perfect fit. Make sure to subscribe, share this video with a friend, and check out this video right here. It is all on your non-activity thermogenesis and everything to increase your movement throughout the day, which is how I eat over 2,600 calories a day, no cardio, and maintain my lean physique. See you tomorrow.